What's happening, horror fans? Disney fans? Question mark. I can't believe I'm talking about this. But I'm here with some movie news. So you guys know that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey horror film that came out not too long ago? Well, apparently we're about to get a cinematic universe of all the childhood movies that are public domain. They're going to make a cinematic universe with other spin-offs with all your childhood um, characters you loved from Disney, and it's going to culminate in this crossover called poohniverse. So the overall universe is called the Twisted Childhood Universe. And so apparently Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is is going to kickstart this universe. And what they got for the slate so far is the upcoming Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. And then they're going to do Bambi the Reckoning. And then they're going to do Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. And then they're going to do Pinocchio Unstrung. And then, as I said earlier, it's going to culminate with all of these characters, monsters, whatever, crossing over. And there's going to be some other new characters coming in to this film called Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. And that's supposed to come out next year in 2025. I wish I was making that up, but I'm not. They're actually doing this. We're actually doing a horror cinematic universe with these public domain characters from Disney, and they're making an Avengers style horror crossover. Like if you even just look at the font for the Poohniverse, like that P obviously is copying the Avengers logo. Like it's so clear. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, my knee-jerk reaction is I think this is probably one of the stupidest ideas I've ever heard. But at the same time, I can't help but be curious about it, you know? I did not see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. It didn't seem like something I was interested in seeing. One thing I'm just like that just confuses me whenever these properties go through the public domain. Like the knee-jerk reaction for these creators to do is turn them into horror films. Like, why can't they think of anything else to do other than make them horror? Like they could be more creative than that. Like, I guess I understand that horror is the least, it doesn't cost that much to make it a horror film because like horror films a lot of the times are made for dirt cheap, so they can easily make a profit out of this. Because I do think that Blood and Honey, the first one, it cost like around $100,000 to make, and then at the box office it made like a couple $1,000,000, so they easily made a profit there. So that's probably one of the reasons why they're doing this shared universe crap, because they could easily make this for chump change and make a profit out of it like within a weekend. They don't have to make a bunch of money at the box office to be successful. So in a way, that's smart. That's similar with how they're doing the strategy with the Conjuring universe. That's a universe I'm personally not a fan of either, but there are fans of it, and it easily makes a profit because those movies don't cost that much to make. So it's a similar thing with this. My thing is, I'm wondering how they're going to utilize these properties in these movies. Like, how are they going to go about doing this stuff, With the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, like, the one thing I didn't really like about it is that I was expecting it to do more of the supernatural with the characters instead of it looked like it was just guys in costumes killing people, which I thought was really, really lame. But from what I'm seeing from the teasers of part 2, it seems like they are going to lean more into the supernatural, grotesque stuff, which will probably make it more interesting. It looks like they put a little bit more money into it, but not too much. But that's probably what will make it kind of intriguing for me to even watch. Bambi, what are they going to do with that? Like, is it going to be like, once Bambi's mother gets killed, like Bambi's going to go on a killing spree or something? And then Peter Pan, like, what is that going to be? Are we actually going to go into like this spooky land, whatever, the spooky world that Peter Pan is from? Are they going to do that? Pinocchio, like, I could see a lot of creative stuff I could do with Pinocchio as a horror property. Like, that could be pretty scary. And then just seeing I saw this like this compiled like poster of all the other characters that's supposed to show up in the poohniverse. Like, apparently we're supposed to get Sleeping Beauty and the Mad Hatter and possibly Alice from Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that. Like, they're really, really going for this. Like, in one way, I want to commend them for like having such ambition for this universe. But at the same time, I want to say that these guys are freaking nuts. Like, man, they must have been smoking something making this stuff. Do I want to cover the Twisted Childhood universe? Do I want to cover all these? I feel like I want to, but at the same time, I don't know what to expect with the quality. Like, I'm so curious about it. I feel like I want to cover these movies on my channel. I don't know. Are you guys interested in seeing me cover these? Are you a fan of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Like, how do you guys feel about them doing this shared universe? Like, do you see them doing some crazy stuff with it? I don't know. I don't know. If you guys want me to cover these movies, I will cover them. Either way, I feel like I might have to go back and watch Blood and Honey, I guess. And do I want to see part 2 in theaters? I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to get my girlfriend to see this in theaters. I'll tell you that. I don't even know if she'll be up for that. But I don't know. This is just crazy, man. We're actually doing this shared universe, and it's just crazy to think that stuff like this is being made, and then you look at Universal with this dark universe, and they're having a hard time getting that off the ground, even though we are getting the Wolfman this year, supposedly. So maybe they are slowly trying to revive that stuff. But, after the Invisible Man, because the Invisible Man was really good. So hopefully, if the Wolfman is good, they'll revive that as well. But it's just crazy that the Universal can't get their Universal monster stuff in check, but we're getting stuff like the Poohniverse. It's nuts, man. It's nuts.